All right, thank you, Haley. You know, we think about water and we think we really want it right now, but the type of water that you don't want are leaks inside your home. So Rodney Washington is joining us this morning. So he is your water damage expert and owner of United Water Restoration Group, of Missouri City.
Yes, ma'am.
So thanks for coming in. I mean, why might we see? Because we think like, well, why the heck am I going to have a leak this time of year? What are some of the common things that you see?
Well, right now you can see it. Just think about how hot it is. So one of the common things we're seeing in this industry now are the HVA systems are running all day. Try to keep your homes cool, and those drain pans will overflow, and you'll start to get damage as a result of that. It's more water than you realize when those things start to overflow. And then just on a regular basis, you'll see water losses from pipe breaks and things. Things like this happen year round.
So your company is the company that goes in when you've got a major leak, water damage, go in and kind of clean some of that up.
Yes, ma'am. We come in after you've suffered the damage, and we help to get you back whole as quickly as possible. So we work with insurance carriers to get you back to a place of whole.
Got it. I mean, and so, you know, most people, you think they've got homeowners insurance, but it might not always cover these types of things.
There's things you can do to ensure that you have the right kind of coverage. I've just got a quick little acronym that I've come up with to help people remember. So the acronym is WATER, which I think is fitting for this scenario. So the first thing you want to do is the W, which is you want a water coverage review. You want to ensure that you have the proper coverage from your insurance policy. So what you can do is be proactive now and call your agents, ensure you have the coverage. As a general rule of thumb, water coverage from pipe breaks, roof leaks, things like that are covered. But if it's maintenance issues, that can cause some problems in terms of coverage. I'm not an adjuster to sit here and tell you what would and wouldn't be covered, but those are the things that can happen. Other things that you want to ensure is that your homeowners are not underinsured. I've specifically had some clients that have been underinsured, and it's not a really good situation when we've come out and done mitigation, done necessary demo to properly mitigate the home, and then you're underinsured and don't have the funds.
Right.
So that's one of the things you want to think about. Next, what you want to do is you want to act promptly. First thing you want to do is if you come home and discover that you have that HVA system leaking or some type of pipe break, you want to come in and shut the water off.
Okay.
Right? Shut that HVA system off, turn off those pipes. If you don't know how to turn the pipes off, reach out to a local plumber or reach out to us. We'll connect you with some of our plumbers and help you do that. Document it, take pictures. Next thing you do is file that claim promptly. And then you want to get an expert involved, right? So that leads into my next point. You need to trust the professionals. This is not a do-it-yourself project. Sometimes you'll see people that want to treat this as a DIY.
If like your walls are wet, or what do you mean? Because I'm a big DIY person. Everybody wants to save money.
Absolutely.
What can't I do?
Well, see, the thing is, you can do whatever you want to do in your home, but the thing you need to be considered when you're dealing with insurance, there's proper ways to do this. There's standards that have been set by the industry, and you need to do it right. Because I'm not saying insurance won't cover you, but they may not fully cover you for the things that needed to be done, because you may not be doing those things. And the other point I want to make is you could be setting yourself up for issues or future denials. So say you try to dry your home out on your own and you thought it was dry, but it wasn't, and later you get damages that result from, you know, what we call it secondary damage in our industry because you didn't dry it properly. And that could be a scenario where your insurance company is saying, hey, you did not properly mitigate your damages, and we're not going to cover this as a resulting damages.
They're wrapping us, but we got to W-A. Trust your professionals.
Right. Expert, last piece of advice I'll say with the expert, IRCRC. Ask your professional if they have this designation. It's the Institute of Inspection, Cleaning, and Restoration Certification. That's going to be important, so choose that right expert.
Okay, and real quick, I'm going to say, like those HVAC and the drip pans and stuff. So somebody told me anytime I change my air filters to make sure that I go to my AC drain lines and pour a little bit of bleach or vinegar in there, so you're doing it like every 3 months, and maybe it'll prevent that clog.
Right, it's a maintenance issue, so you want to maintain your home. A home is something that you need to constantly maintain. So pouring a little bit, I do it in my home. I think it works. So do that, and it prevents the growth of algae in those lines.
All right, Rodney Washington, thank you so much with United Water Restoration Group out of Missouri City.